Guys, Deluded Gooner, YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Let's get into it. Your favourite YouTuber, let's not waste any more time, man. That's why you're here, because you know I get straight down to business. Now on Wednesday, we play Huddersfield Town FC in the Premier League, and then on Saturday, we've got the big one against United. We come off the back of a great win against Burnley. Yes, beating Burnley is a game we should be expected to win. But you know, since they've come back up, it's been hard. They've improved away from home, but it's been very hard for anyone to go Turf Moor, especially the big sides, and walk away with 3 points. And if you do, as you saw on Sunday, you have to work for it. And again, like the last two times at our place and at their place last year, we needed a bit of luck, or you needed to get a stroke of good fortune to walk away with the 3 points. I'm very happy with the performance from the boys at Burnley. You guys know I'm a harshest critic, but I was very impressed. But such is the nature of the Premier League. Like I said against Spurs, this doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter. We've got another cup final in Huddersfield. This is the mentality we need to take so we can get into January and have any hope of having a good season, getting back into our immediate top four where we belong. Yes, we belong there because it's only been 1 year we ain't been there. You can say Arsenal on a joke thing, they're champs, and we are, but we deserve to be there. The fans do. We want to be back there. So it's about cup final, and we've got Huddersfield Town. Like Burnley, I think Burnley are better than Huddersfield Town by quite a lot, but it's a game we should be winning, and it's a game that we can't expect to just because we're Arsenal and they're Huddersfield Town and they're coming to our place and it's midweek that we're going to win, because that's not the case. It's first versus 11th. I believe they've got 15 points or something like that. Forgive me if I'm wrong. A win for us, a win for them, takes them up to 9th in the best case scenario. They could also, if they lose, slip further down. For us, if we win, we can put ourselves in a good position. We can draw a level, I believe, with Chelsea. Obviously, all the other teams are playing and goal difference and all of these things are in play. But at the moment in time of making this vid, I believe we can go a point and we can draw a level with Chelsea or something like that. And put ourselves a point. Is it a point behind Manchester United? I might be lying on that, but a point behind Manchester United, I calculated. I'm pretty sure we can put ourselves a point behind Manchester United going into that game on Saturday. Forgive me if I'm wrong. That's a fantastic opportunity to put and position to put yourself in, because we don't know these big games. We don't know how it's going to go. You take a point. We'd love to win. If we lose in the worst case scenario, at least we've taken 6 points in our previous couple games, and we've been on a winning run, and we can put that to the side and move forward. Of course, we'd like to beat United, but you never know what's going to happen. So it's about taking your points in games you should be winning, like against Huddersfield Town. No disrespect to them. It's vital that we win, in my opinion. Huddersfield Town, they've played 13 games, 6 losses, 3 draws or something like that. That shows you I think they've got 5 clean sheets and we've got 6. So that shows you they're a side that are not really doing their best and things like that. They've really struggled to score goals as well. I believe Moy, Deporte and some other guy are all on 2 goals. So that shows you this is a side that struggles to break sides down. So we should really be playing to that to our advantage, because our defenders have been very good on a general basis in our last recent couple games. But that also being said, they score very high. I believe they got 260 or something for tackles. So that shows you we're going to be in a dogfight. That shows you whether home or away, they're going to fight. They're not going to give us space. And we know how Arsenal like to play football. You're going to be on the receiving ends of a lot of tackles. They've only got 9 goals in total this year. It would be typical Arsenal to concede against them. But I love another clean sheet. We've got to keep this up. They clearly struggle scoring goals and breaking sides down. I personally think they probably go down. But that being said, there's a lot of teams playing bad in the Premier League. Swansea are playing crap. West Ham are playing crap. Everton are playing crap. A couple other sides. So, yeah, we know we're in a dogfight. Their last 5 games, they've been unfortunate, to be honest, because they were unlucky against United. Obviously, United won. Liverpool battered them. Bournemouth dealt with them. They beat West Brom. But it's been a bit shaky for them. Like I said, commitment. We know, even against City on the first day or the first couple of weeks of the season, City ran away with it ultimately, but they worked hard, they remained resolute, and it was tough to break them down. Obviously, that was at home and they're coming away, but it's more or less going to be the same thing. We've had 215 shots and we're 4th in the table for that on the Premier League. They've had 115, I believe, and they sit 17th. So again, this shows you that this should really be two sides that I don't want to say cancel each other out, but 2 parallel opposites. A side that's confident in front of goal, trying to shoot on paper, versus this side here that you can imagine, based on what I've said, going to pump a lot of long balls, not really going to play a lot of passes, going to be committed, going to be focus on being stable at the back and building from there. Now, of course, they would love to win, but realistically, they take a point. They probably don't expect to take anything in a game like this, and this is probably one of the games for these sort of clubs you write off on the calendar list, on the sense that, of course, you're going to turn up and try and play, but when you're looking at it in August, you're thinking, all right, cool, that's probably not going to go our way if we're fighting relegation. We need to do certain other things. This is the game where there's least a much amount to say. To be honest with you, man, like we in our last 13 games, 8 wins, 4 losses. We've scored 23 and we've conceded 16 and kept 6 clean sheets versus what I've already told you about them. I really hope this same information is right, which I was looking at on the Premier League website. So this shows you that we should be winning this. We really shouldn't even have to be at our best to win this, but we've got to respect Huddersfield and not think just because we're Arsenal and they're Huddersfield we can turn up and play, because that's not the case. They've got guys like Moy, highly energetic, will make us pay. And it would be a typical Arsenal thing to let these guys score first as well, but we can't. The biggest problem I can see is if we think too ahead of the United game on Saturday. Yes, we need to be thinking and planning towards that, and there may be some rotation in regards to that, but we cannot disrespect Huddersfield and look beyond that game. We need to deal with what we have in front, as do Man United. I don't know who they're playing. Something's telling me Watford, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong. It's just about doing the job. It's just about killing off this game. Ideally, play this game, kill this game off 3-0 in the first half, maybe even 4, smell blood. Kill it off in the first half. Alexis and them man are likely to start. We roll them off, take them off the bench. Take them and put them onto the bench. And we focus on Saturday. Don't give 90 minutes to players who really don't need to complete 90 minutes in regards to Saturday. That being said, I do think this rest thing is overplayed in the Premier League. But yeah, it's just about being professional again, applying the same amount of consistency, drive, work ethic, and all of them other buzzwords, and ultimately getting the 3 points against Huddersfield and looking for Manchester United on Saturday. So that being said, lastly, let's get onto the team sheet. I must admit, there is a lot of cause for rotation, but at the same time, when the team's doing very well, you don't want to mess around with it. So I'm going check and goal. Koscielny on the right hand side of the back three. Mustafi should be the first name on the team sheet based on the last 2 games. And Monreal. But I really want to play Holding. I'd play Holding, but I'm saying Monreal. You know what? I'm saying Holding, but Monreal will play. In fact, I'm saying Monreal. I'm sitting on the fence there. I'm saying Monreal because this back three has been playing very well, but I'd like Holding to be in there, get a little bit of rotation. Monreal's played a lot of football. Let Holding play, and this is a game we should be winning. Holding is good enough. I'd like to see him there. On the flanks, Hector Bellerin on the right, Kohler on the left. But if so, there's even case to move Nacho across so we can play Holding and at least give Kohler a rest. Someone needs to be given a rest. So yeah, that's them 2 on the flanks. Through the middle, again, do you go with Ramsey, who's completed 90 minutes quite a few times this season and on the trot? Forgive me if I'm wrong. I think he come off against Everton, but he's played 90 minutes quite a lot. Do you get Coquelin in there just to give minutes and stuff like that? Do you start Jack there? What do you do? But I'm gonna go with Ramsey and Xhaka through the middle of that 10 in the 10 sort of role. You guys know how much I love 3-5-2 now. Jack Wilshere, he should have started against Burnley. This is a perfect opportunity for him to start. Ideally get 90 minutes. He's been waiting. He's been patient. Yeah, Welby could arguably start as well, but I'm going with Wilshere. Through the middle, Alexis Sanchez and Lacazette / Welbs, because I believe this is a perfect opportunity to give Welbs a couple minutes. But then again, I would consider Welbs for Saturday. So do you not play Welbs now, or do you let him get a couple minutes and then you focus on Sat? Because I believe he really should be in contention to play on Saturday because of how it's likely to be against United. So yeah, but to recap that side, because I was saying bare stuff there. Checking goal, Koscielny at centre-half, Mustafi at centre-half, Monreal / Holding, but Monreal at centre-half, not Holding, Hector Bellerin on the right, Kohler on the left, through the middle, the usual suspects in Xhaka and Ramsey. Ozil's not going to be there, of course, so Wilshere's going to have to go in the 10 role or whatever. Obviously, Alexis Sanchez, the big man who scored the penalty for us on Sunday, and Lacazette up front with him. Now there's scope for Wells to come in, like I've said. There's scope for Iwobi to come in. There's scope for Coquelin to come in. There's scope for Holding. There's a lot of decisions to be made. Do we play the same side and be professional and just do the job and roll off subs? Or do we implement a lot of rotation or a little bit of rotation? I'm on the fence. I do believe Wilshere, if none of the others, I do believe Wilshere should be starting, to be honest with you. But guys, Deluded Gooner, I'm signing out. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, man, we know what to expect, man. 4th versus 11th. So yeah, man, I don't know why I said first at the beginning of this vid. I think I meant something else in regards to a table I saw. But I believe we're 4th right now. We're playing 11th. They can move up to 9th in Huddersfield. I'm waffling. I don't want to ruin this any further. DG, I'm signing out. That's the preview done.